Welcome to Anil Tv Education. Today we will discuss about third unit human relationship in that A part. So the journey. So it was written by Yes Doji Township. So here third part. The road is uneven and full of pebblings. It hurts while walking. So here the hilly station, so the hilly area, so it all covered with small stones and small bushes. So here it is difficult to walk for him a long distance. So here the author's father has carried a luggage on his back and he was walking. So he traveled for so few kilometers, so by walking. So here the small stables, he got wounded on their foot. I looked at father's barefoot, never having worn shoes, but his feet had developed cracks and somehow resembled those of an elephant. I noticed this for the first time. I hadn't noticed that the road was uneven. I did not have to, since I was wearing a pair of hunting boots. I checked my wallet and saw I still had around rupees 40 with me. A pair of canvas shoes would cost around rupees 12, and the remaining amount would be enough for me to get to Bombidala. So here the author, so here when he first his father was asking for a pair of old shoes for the first time, he saw his father's bare feet. So here his father traveled for few kilometers with barefoot. So here he did not wear any slippers or shoes. Having nothing worn shoes, his feet was developed cracks and resembled those as an elephant. So here his feet has, so he on his foot, his father's foot, he saw the cracks, and so here on the foot he got it wounded and it has been swollen and it's looking like as a elephant leg. So here the author is noticed his father's leg for the first time. So before that, whenever he traveled he did not saw. So this all happens because of there is a no facility of road. So I did not had to listen. I was wearing a pair of hunting shoes. So here he was carrying a pair of hunting shoes along with him. So the author checked his wallet and he searched. He had a rupees 40 in his wallet. So he said to his father to buy a new pair of canvas shoe, so that cost worth is rupees 12. So here he thought that with that remaining money he can reach the Bomla, but here the father has refused to buy a new pair of shoes. My father protested, "Give me an old pair. Why don't you have to spend money on new shoes?" I could not convince him to buy a new pair. Reluctantly, I gave him the hunting boots I was wearing. I then took out my pair of leather shoes from the trunk and noticed my father's face lighting up with contaminant. Suddenly he looked at me and said, "Take care, write to us." So here the father, so here the author want to purchase a new Converse shoes to his father, but here the father has refused to take the new pair of shoes. So he said, "If you have old pair of shoes, give it, otherwise leave it." so he don't want to spend his money on his shoes. So I could not conceive him to buy a new pair. So the father has not accepted to buy a new pair of shoes. So here the author is also unwilling, but he gave him his old boating shoes to his father. So here his father took his old pair of leather shoes from the trunk, and his father's face lighting up with a moment. Suddenly he looked at me and said that write a letter to us. So here when he gave his boating shoes to his father, he took and he wear it, and he said write a letter to us. Father wanted to say something, but the bus started moving. I saw my father gradually receding into the distance. I saw that the road we had came by looked like a gained motionless rope. So here what the author is saying, what the father is saying. So here the author is saying that so his father want to talk something to him, but when the father was started, suddenly the bus started moving. So so he got into the bus, and it was moving and it has been traveling. So here yeah, so here when the bus was passing, he saw the places how the hilly area is all with pebling stones, and he think that as a gained motionless rope. Father would use the same road to go back. Simultaneously, our journey started into opposite direction, with me sitting in the luxurious seat of a bus and father walking back with vergy legs on the pebbling strewn roads. So here the father again he had to travel the he had to travel the village by crossing the three mountains. So here the author is saying that our journey started in opposite direction. So he is going to a city. So he is traveling in a bus, but here his father was going by walk. So here the author is saying that he is sitting in a luxurious bus and father was walking back to a VD. VD means very tired legs on the pebbling stones. So here ఇక్కడ ఏమంటున్నాడంటే ఆథర్ అతను వాళ్ళ ఫాదర్ అతన్ని ఒక పేర్ ఆఫ్ షూస్ అడుగుతాడు. అప్పుడు అతను ఏమంటాడు అంటే సో నా దగ్గర పేర్ ఆఫ్ షూస్ అనేవి లేవు, కానీ మీకు కొత్తవి కొనిస్తా అని చెప్తాడు. సో ఎందుకు షూస్ అని అంటే అతను ఏమంటాడు, నేను అక్కడి నుంచి నడుచుకొచ్చేసరికి ఆ హిల్లీ ఏరియా మొత్తం బండలతో ఉంది, సో నా కాళ్ళకు మొత్తం చాలా దెబ్బలు తాకినాయి అంటాడు. సో ఆథర్ ఫస్ట్ టైం వాళ్ళ ఫాదర్ లెగ్స్ చూస్తాడు. అతని లెగ్స్ ఎలా కనిపిస్తాయంటే మొత్తం ఆ లెగ్స్ కన్నీ దెబ్బలు తాకినవి ఉంటాయి. ఇంకొకటి ఏంటి క్రాక్స్ అనేవి వస్తాయి. ఆ లెగ్ అనేది ఎలిఫెంట్ లాగా స్పెల్లింగ్ వచ్చింది ఉంటుంది. సో వాళ్ళ డాడీ ఏమంటాడు, సో ఇది రోడ్ మొత్తం హిల్లీ ఏరియా కదా, అన్ని బండలు ఉన్నాయి, నడుచుకుంటే దెబ్బలు తాకుతున్నాయి, సో నీ దగ్గర ఏదైనా పాత షూస్ ఉంటే నాకు ఇవ్వవా అంటాడు. సో అతను ఏమంటాడు, అరే ఎప్పుడు ఏం అడగలే, నాన్న షూస్ అడుగుతున్నాడు కదా అని అతను ఏం చేస్తాడు, అతను వాలెట్ తీసి పర్స్ తీసి చూసేసరికి 40 రూపీస్ ఉంటాయి. సో అతను ఏమంటాడు, క్యాన్వాస్ షూస్ కొత్తవి కొనిస్తా అంటాడు. అదేంటి 12 రూపీస్ ఉంటుంది క్యాన్వాస్ షూస్. సో రిమైనింగ్ మనతోని అతను డిలాంగ్ అని వెళ్ళిపోదాం అనుకుంటాడు, బొమ్మిడాల వెళ్దాం అనుకుంటాడు. సో వాళ్ళ ఫాదర్ని కొత్తది కొనిస్తా క్యాన్వాస్ షూస్ అనేసరికి వాళ్ళ ఫాదర్ ఒప్పుకోడు. నువ్వు ఒకవేళ నాకు ఇవ్వాలనుకుంటే నీ దగ్గర ఉన్న పాత షూస్ ఇవ్వు, కానీ కొత్త షూస్ వద్దు, నీ డబ్బు కొత్త షూస్ కోసం వేస్ట్ చేయకు, నీ దగ్గర ఉంటే పాత షూసే ఇవ్వు అంటాడు. సో అప్పుడు అతను హంటింగ్కి వెళ్ళే షూస్ ఉంటాయి అతని దగ్గర, ఆ బ్యాగ్లోకి వెళ్ళి ఆ ట్రంక్లో నుంచి తీసి అతనికి బోటింగ్ షూస్ అనేది ఇస్తాడు. సో అతను తీసుకోగానే వేసుకుంటాడు. ఇంకా వాళ్ళ ఫాదర్ ఏమంటాడంటే వెళ్ళగానే లెటర్ రాయు అంటాడు. సో అతను ఇంకా వాళ్ళ ఫాదర్ అతడితో మాట్లాడదాం అనేసరికి అప్పటికే బస్సు స్టార్ట్ అవుతుంది. సో అతనికి మాట్లాడే ఛాన్స్ లేదు కాబట్టి బస్ మూవ్ అవుతుంది, అది వెళ్తుంది. సో అక్కడ ఆథర్ బస్సులో ఎక్కని కూర్చొని ఆలోచిస్తాడు, అరే నేను ఇంత దూరం వచ్చింది, ఎట్లా ఉంది రోడ్ మొత్తం బండలతో ఉంది కదా. సో నేనేమో లగ్జరియస్, ఇద్దరం ఆపోజిట్ డైరెక్షన్లో వెళ్తున్నాం. నేనేమో బస్సులో ఆరాంగా కూర్చొని లగ్జరియస్గా వెళ్తున్నా, మా డాడీ ఏమో దెబ్బలు తాకిన కాలుతోని నడుచుకుంటూ వెళ్తున్నాను అన్నాడు. అంటే ఇక్కడ దీన్ని బట్టి ఏంటిది, సో ఇక్కడ రెండు డిఫరెంట్ లైఫ్ స్టైల్స్ ఉన్నాయి. ఒకటి విలేజ్ లైఫ్ ఉంది, ఒకటి సిటీ లైఫ్ ఉంది. థ్యాంక్ యూ.